Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of my Dungeon Boss PvP series. Today we are taking a look at my level 45 PvP defenses now that I've had a couple of days to get the defense out there. At first glance, the first couple of attacks, it's a mixed bag. 2 wins, 2 losses. You can see that basically been doing a ton of attacks here, and there haven't been a lot of attacks. There were a few that came in beforehand. You can see it's been almost an even 50-50 in terms of wins and losses, but there are strings of losses as well. The team that I've been using is Kira, Grognog, Ponti, and Koros, and it's been somewhat successful, but honestly, we're getting to the point where without massive ascensions and runes, it's a losing battle. So I picked this one here to see what the scoop was, because it was a team that I was more leveled than. These are the interesting ones where people come in under leveled and still want me pretty good. So my Kira at this point is extremely underwhelming. I'm finding he's not killing nearly as many people as I do at my level 70 PvP. And so when you go through that first round, that first turn, and nothing gets killed by Kira, things like that happen. So, and my Kira is the same ascension as his, and his just wiped the floor with me. So you can tell that his runes are drastically better than mine. So it's not even an ascension issue there, though I've largely said that at this point ascensions are critical to PvP. Anyone that's followed this particular PvP series has seen that my accounts, they're not leveled up very well at all. So in this case here we have a PvP victory. They're under leveled as well, and we'll see what happens when things actually go my way. So Kier doesn't kill anybody, so really that still opens up the door for him. But with defense going first, the thing is, without bringing in a silencer, anytime Grognog gets his attack off, my PvP defense almost always wins, unless single target attackers already killed Koros, for example, or even Ponti. So, but as I was saying, Ascensions not only for the skills themselves, but they offer a little bit of stat passive as well. At this phase of my PvP, being level 45, it's critical that we have as much in our favor as possible. And when I'm running these defenses with barely any ascensions, it's no surprise that I'm getting beat by all sorts of different teams. But again, with this one here, when they don't bring a silencer, even with the entire team diseased, he doesn't stand much of a chance against the powerhouses that I have. Now I have Koros and Ponti decked out to the nines, and as high of attack as I could really ask for at this level. So anybody that's looking at their runes knows that they have to silence Grognog, and then that's basically the easy win. So from what I can tell is most of the teams that are beating me because of things like this, where they come in with a really strong team and are able to either kill me before I kill them, or they're able to just outlast it. The teams that are losing are coming in with moderate teams and not bringing somebody to silence Grognog. And I don't know if that's just inexperience, but I mean, Grognog's been out for quite a while, at least like 6 months or so, because he came out around Christmas or so. In that case there, he was able to kill Ponti with Kira. And when that sort of thing happens, that's one of my big hitters there. If Ponti wouldn't have been dead, he probably could have killed all 3 of these guys, but that pretty much ruined things there. So it was a close one. But ultimately, when it gets down to one-on-one, you can't expect to win one-on-one with a dead Ponti against Zen because of his shield. So not much I could do there. But there's a couple of sample raids just to start with. Like I said, that's kind of how it goes. It's about 50-50 so far. We'll let this go with another day, and then so here's the new set. So just got a couple more, and basically I recorded these because as I was going through PvP, I had a couple come in, and I wanted to get a hold of them before the replays disappeared. So this is another team that came in that level-wise wasn't really much to behold. They were below me. And also Kira is not fully ascended, so realistically I should have had a shot, but defensively they held up pretty good, and then we see the retaliation where his Kira is much better than mine. At least it killed one of my people. And then the Willow versus Grognog is pretty common, actually. I see a lot of people powering up Willow and killing Grognog. I'm a bit disappointed that he doesn't do better. I think I might have him rune towards attack, and maybe he should be strictly defensive, at least as far as PvP goes, so he doesn't fall victim to that. But that's not something that I've really invested a ton of time in, just because I use him as one of my primary attackers as well. So this team here was one that I was a little bit surprised at, the fact that they were 3 levels lower than me and managed to come in here and just light things up again. Again, same level of Kira as far as Ascension goes, but Kira versus Ponti seems like it's almost always a win, except for when I use him. Mine doesn't ever seem to kill, but the decked out Hopper, you don't see that too often, especially on a PvP attack, because usually they can get killed in that first round, and at this point it doesn't really matter anyways. So guessing that person had much better runes than I do. At this point at level 45 I did not have a ton of runes. Further along, when I'm closer to 50, I do have a couple, because I did do a little bit more PvP. And then here's the last set. Again, I got a couple of more the next day. We can see this team is starting to lose more and more. Part of this was just due to the more PvP that I was doing. I did climb up in the ranks just a little bit, and I think I started getting more difficult opponents. You can see this one here, replay or not, there's totally a beatdown. Kira probably killed just about everybody in one hit. The one win that I have in here is, again, a non-silencing team, so they brought Shadowblade along, but that was not the right choice. This one here was basically an evenly matched team. It looks like their Hopper did most of the damage. My guys all got their turn, it looked like, but wasn't enough. And this one here was textbook win. They didn't bring a silencer, and my guys stomped them. And then we got an actual replay that we can look at here. These are the ones that I like when they're so close. This guy was definitely more leveled, had the right idea, brought a silencer, so anybody that brings a silencer into my dungeon should expect to win. So I'm not going to complain for losing to a team that's higher level than me, as well as providing the correct tactics. Although now that I say that, it's not the correct tactics, because they didn't silence Grognog, but maybe they didn't feel like they needed to. And realistically, I mean, their Grognog was better than mine. That's apparently why he won. So had he silenced Grognog instead of Koros, he probably would have won easier, I think, because his Valken and his Grognog would have just mopped up. But anyways, that's my level 45 defenses. Nothing special here. Any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting my channel. If you like this video, please show your continued support by hitting that like button, and be sure to check out both my YouTube channels for new content all the time. And always remember, peace is a lie, there's only passion. We'll see you next time.